Role of econometric models. Econometric models, like the Phillips curve, are built by 1. Generating data, observing variables like inflation and unemployment. 2. Testing hypotheses, using statistical methods to validate relationships. 3. Using software. Tools like SPSS or eViews help estimate parameters and evaluate significance. Remember, models evolve as new data and insights emerge. Policymakers must continuously refine their approaches to reflect changing realities. Real-world implications. In practice, models like the Phillips curve play a crucial role in shaping monetary and fiscal policy. Let's break this down with some concrete examples. 1. Monetary policy. Central banks, like the Bank of England, rely on models like the Phillips curve to understand the relationship between inflation and unemployment. For instance, if inflation is rising while unemployment is falling, the Phillips curve suggests that the economy may be overheating. Counter this, central banks may increase interest rates. Higher rates make borrowing more expensive for businesses and consumers, which reduces spending and investment. This, in turn, slows down inflation. Example: in the UK, during periods of high inflation in the late 20th century, the Bank of England adjusted interest rates based on expectations derived from models like the Phillips curve. 2. Fiscal policy. Governments use unemployment trends, often informed by the Phillips curve, to design stimulus packages. For example, if unemployment is high, policymakers may introduce spending programs, such as infrastructure projects or tax cuts, to stimulate economic activity and reduce joblessness. The Phillips curve provides insights into the trade-offs of such actions. While these measures might reduce unemployment, they could also risk increasing inflation. Example: during the financial crisis of 2008, many governments implemented fiscal stimulus to reduce unemployment. The Phillips curve was part of the broader toolkit used to evaluate the potential effects of these interventions. Why policymakers must be cautious. While models like the Phillips curve are invaluable, they have limitations. Simplified assumptions. The Phillips curve assumes a stable relationship between inflation and unemployment, but this may not hold in all circumstances, such as during oil price shocks or global supply chain disruptions. Changing expectations. As we discussed earlier, if workers and firms begin to anticipate inflation, the trade-off predicted by the Phillips curve may no longer apply. For example, in the 1970s, rising oil prices led to a phenomenon called stagflation, high inflation coupled with high unemployment, which contradicted the original Phillips curve. This showed that relying solely on one model can lead to policy errors if the broader economic context is ignored. As we conclude this lecture and the course, I encourage you to reflect on the power and limitations of economic models. The Phillips curve, like all models, simplifies a complex reality. It offers valuable insights, but must be used in conjunction with other tools and data. Thank you for your active participation throughout these sessions. I hope you leave with a deeper understanding of how economics helps address real-world challenges. If you have any questions, now's the time to ask. Let's make this a meaningful conclusion to our journey together.